If you like horror, hit that notification bell, smash that like button, and push that subscribe button now.
What's the boogeyman?
Hello, Sydney.
Welcome to my nightmare. We want the man who did this.
Welcome to Nick Push's Horror Channel.
Hey, what's up everybody? Happy Scream trailer day. I'm Nick Push. Tonight we're talking everything there is about this trailer and any images that came up. We're going to break it all down, guys. I am joined by my friend Bud from the Shape of Horror podcast. Bud, how you doing, man?
Doing good. I'm doing the important things. I'm browsing Photoshop fonts as we speak.
Preparing for your own stuff, I assume here coming shortly.
No, it's for all of us.
Okay. I like it.
For all of
I
us.
like it. So yeah, dropped at what, like 9 a.m. Eastern time today. It seems a little early, doesn't it? Night.
Well,
we're
it dropped
talking
and I didn't even know. I
everything
think
there
I
is
didn't
about
see
this
it either.
trailer
Like
and any
I'm
images that
waiting
came
for the
up.
trailer
We're gonna break it all down,
because I found the
guys.
poster.
I am joined by my friend Bud
and
from
I'm
the
like,
Shape.
I'm just waiting for the trailer now, and you're like, dude, it's been out an hour.
Yeah.
So I was probably one of the last to see it.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say, imagine if you live on the West Coast, that's like 6 a.m. or something like that. So, jeez.
yeah, it was pretty early.
Yeah. So, what were your kind of initial thoughts on the trailer? Did you like it right away? Did you have anything that really jumped out at you? Or what do you kind of think initially before you watched it multiple times?
I thought, wow, this is going to be like a serious Scream. There's not going to be a lot of meta and like humor. I didn't see any humor at all in the trailer. Not, but there wasn't really a lot of, I don't know, dialogue. But
Yeah.
everybody looked like so serious, like it looks like nobody, like none of our returning characters have recovered from the events of Scream 5. That's what it looks like to me. But I thought it was a much better trailer than the Scream 5 one from last year. Much more action packed. Like Ghostface this time around just gives no fucks, man. He's just out in public fucking people up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it seemed like, and we'll get into it, but it seemed like this is not going to be the ghost face that is, tripping over furniture and, being clumsy and shit like that.
Yeah, I didn't sense any of that at all, no.
Yeah. So it's kind of exciting because could be a little different, could be a little more intense. But let me just tell everyone what we're going to do tonight. Basically, like I said, we're going to break everything down. We got some images to look at. We're going to talk some of our own theories that we've kind of gotten briefly from the trailer. We want to hear your thoughts and theories, your opinions on the trailer in the chat. We're going to be make sure we're checking the chat as we're going here because we love to hear your guys' opinions. And yeah, we'll just kind of go from there and break it down. We'll see how long it goes. Could be an hour, could be 10 hours. Who knows? We got to work tomorrow though, so probably won't be 10 hours.
We're going till 6 a.m. So strap in.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. How do you want to do this? Should we kind of just break it down? Go scene by scene. We're not gonna pull the trailer up here, but we do have some images. We'll kind of go scene by scene, and the thing is, when you're going scene by scene in a trailer like this, it kind of brings up different conversations. You might have seen something that I didn't see. I might have seen something that you didn't see. Shane Emerson probably has a lot of thoughts on all of this because he's a very observant guy. If he's here tonight, I think he is. He's there.
Yeah, he's here.
So yeah. So the trailer kind of started out, and we started out with the bodega scene, right?
Yes.
Something we knew was coming because one of the first images we had from this movie was Ghostface with the shotgun, and we kind of got that in live action form.
He just walks right in with everybody there. I mean, the store's hopping.
It's daytime.
Is it daytime?
Yeah, I think so. I think you
That's-
see
I don't
Sam
think I
and Tara
noticed that.
kind of run in and say, "Somebody help us! Somebody help us!"
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't notice that. I apologize.
I could be wrong.
Okay,
I
so
could be wrong.
so yeah, this is a brazen, give no fucks Ghostface. This guy's he's definitely something different.
If this is Ghostface, right? I mean, it is Halloween. It could just be someone robbing a store. But the way he was
Well,
chasing,
It is New York City. That's
yeah,
correct.
yeah, yeah. But I'm guessing by the fact that he was chasing Sam and Tara into that bodega, kind of leads credence to the fact that it's actually Ghostface. And he had a knife because he stabbed the guy before he took the gun. I'm gonna bring up the image of one of the images of Ghostface and a gun. I did take some screenshots, guys. I'm gonna kind of put them up as we're kind of going. They might not be the best images, but we have day jobs, so it's the best we could do. So here we got Ghostface firing a gun. I know, like I said earlier, we saw this in the one of the first promotional images we saw. But what did you think seeing it in live action? What do you think of Ghostface using a shotgun? Is it something that bothers you, or do you mind? Do you mind it?
That shotgun might not have had real bullets because it had very little kick.
True.
No, it's something different. We've seen, typical guns like handguns, but yeah, it's cool to run around New York City with a fucking shotgun. Although I guess he's probably got it from the bodega owner, but it's something different. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. If you told me on paper, before we saw the image, if you told me, Ghostface is gonna be running around with a shotgun, I would have been like, eh. But seeing it looks pretty badass, and it almost seems like the writers maybe sat down and decided, okay, it's gonna be in New York City. What do we want to see? And somebody's like, let's get Ghostface with a shotgun, holding it with one hand. I mean, it's pretty cool looking. Before we continue, let's see who's all in the chat. We got a lot of people here. We got Josh the Horror Guy, who was here. I think he had retracted his message. What's up, Josh? Adam Howard, what's going on? Shane Emerson and Allie, a couple of regulars. Thank you guys for coming. Blake, who says he just watched the first episode of The Last of Us. Not bad. I've heard good things about that. I actually have never played the video game, but I have heard good things about it.
About what?
The Last of Us. I think. It's
I watched half of the first episode. I just kind of got tired and fell asleep, but it looks really good.
Yeah. Shane,
I'm gonna finish it.
Are you okay? Shane says he hopes some of the jokes reference Jason Takes Manhattan. Let me ask you something.
Yeah, they have to. They have to.
Did you hear at the end of the trailer? Did it sound like
That's what people are saying. It did. It sounded like
I'm not alone in that. Yeah,
you're not alone.
What?
Yeah.
What's going on with that? Yeah, interesting. We got Scott here. What's up, Scott? Ronnie is here. Ronnie has entered the chat. And then we got James Morant, Benjamin Bellotti. What's up, Benjamin? What's up, James? Ivy is here. How's it going, Ivy? And I think that's everyone. And we got Ghost, who says, "I heard that all the previous Ghostface killers' names will be referenced in this next installment." We'll get to that.
We will get into that very shortly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Entertainment Wizard's here. What's up, Entertainment Wizard? We're definitely going to be getting into that when we get to a certain scene that I'm sure you guys can guess. So, the bodega, we kind of saw a 7-second clip. I think it was 7 seconds yesterday when they announced the trailer was coming. So we knew about this scene a couple of times already. But as far as what we saw in the trailer, I think it delivered.
Oh, for sure.
It seemed cool. It seemed intense. And
although one complaint.
Yeah.
I think did they blow their wad just showing does it seem like New York City all it's going to be is some high rises, some slums, and the subway?
That's a good question.
We saw the nice overhead shot of New York City.
Right.
Maybe we're going to get
I feel like
burned just like we did in Jason Takes Manhattan.
Right, because that was obviously filmed in Vancouver, except for a quick Times Square scene. I feel like if they had Ghostface in the Statue of Liberty, or if they had Ghostface in Central Park, for instance, I feel like they would have showed that in the trailer because it's hell of a marketing material, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. But if it's allowed, is it allowed? I mean, because they
Good
sure
question.
pitched a
Yeah,
fit when Jason Takes Manhattan did the I Love New York poster. I don't know.
that's a good point. That is a very good point. Maybe different times we'll see. Jake Blaster is in the chat. What's up, buddy? Yeah, so after the bodega scene, next we kind of just had Sam talking about how she's got a darkness inside of her. You get a little bit
Yeah,
of
talking to her shrink
yeah,
makes it seem like Sam is like the main character. Did it feel to you like Tara kind of took a back seat,
it did.
like
It
like Samantha is
it did.
the main character?
And a couple of things come to mind for me with that. Number one, a little surprised because I made a video yesterday predicting we were going to get a lot of Jenna Ortega. We got a few. We didn't get a lot. We got as much as all the other characters besides Sam. But the other thing is that Subway poster from a couple weeks ago where all kind of lines led to Sam Carpenter, and I think Sam Carpenter was in all caps. So yeah, it's very very interesting stuff there, and it makes sense based on Sam's relation to the OG killer Billy. So it definitely makes sense that we got a lot of Sam, and that the movie may revolve around Sam or revolve around her psyche.
Her and her twin sister that we don't know about could be the big reveal.
You think so?
Billy Loomis had twins, maybe.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But wouldn't, I guess they could write anything. I was gonna say wouldn't they would have the same mom, obviously, which is also Tara's mom, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So, yeah, interesting. It could be some.
I'm just throwing bullshit out there. I don't know.
It could be. It could be. Throw bullshit out there. If you're right, you're a genius. If you're wrong, nobody will remember. Except for some of the people that watch my videos, they like to remember my shit that I'm wrong about.
I don't. This is Blake. Was that Ronnie? Ronnie? Yeah, that's Ronnie. Terrell will be the lead villain revealed in part 7. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. Do you think they have a big plan to round out this trilogy with this?
I think when Nev said no to whatever her role was going to be in this movie, I think they may have come up with some kind of compromise or some kind of plan to have Nev return in Scream 7. So I think it's a loose plan that is subject to change based on many factors, including the reaction to this movie and things like that. And cue all the David Gordon Green references to however you want to decipher that answer. Well, another scene I liked after Sam talking to her shrink about the darkness inside of her, and you get a couple quick cuts. We get our first image of Kirby, and we got Kirby and Sam and Tara and Gail, and Kirby says we share a certain history. I thought that was a nice scene there.
Oh yeah, Kirby shows up at some point during the investigation. The rumor has it she's an FBI agent.
Yeah,
kind of seems like that is actually going to be the case, but
it does. Yeah. Now, I can't remember. Did Kirby and Gail have they ever shared a scene together? Obviously, they were both in Scream 4.
I think they were at the movie club at the same time.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I think that was probably the only one from Scream 4. Yeah.
You're right.
Great.
I just want to post another image real quick that I thought was just a cool image, and let me know in the chat, guys, what you think of this image. It is Ghostface appearing. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Ghostface appearing outside a door with kind of like a one of those windows that is kind of foggy, and just slowly appearing. Now, they cut it like the characters are, scared. It could just be a quick cut. I mean, for all we know, this could be a trick-or-treater. because it is set on Halloween. But I thought it was
No, no
cool.
way.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool the way he kind of emerged, and you can kind of see him a little bit. You can certainly make out that it's Ghostface, but it's kind of hidden a little bit. I thought that was cool. But the real image I wanted to show here, and I got a few, is I assume you caught the graffiti.
I did, yeah. I'm looking at that right now.
Yeah, that is so cool. What's your favorite scary movie? And it's almost like a mural that someone made.
Yeah, it might be part of this shrine that we're going to talk about.
That is a good point. Let's get into the shrine. Let's dive right in there.
Things.
Yeah, why don't you take the lead on this one? Because I know you got a lot of thoughts and a lot of things you saw. But essentially,
yeah, so it looks like looks like everybody's together in a group investigating. It's very similar to Scream 3, where they're trying to like figure out this mystery, and they come upon this shrine. And the shot, they come in and the curtain lifts, and you see all the ghost face silhouettes. It's like the costume part, but without the mask. If you look in on the mat, where the mask should be, there are no masks on any of those. And then if you look in the foreground, there are a fuck ton of Easter eggs in this shrine, and this ghost face has some incredible resources. Let me tell you some of the things that are in this shrine. The first thing I noticed was obviously his red robe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Stu's red robe in the TV that was used that Sidney dropped on his head. That is there. There are a lot. Casey Becker, the outfit that she was wearing when she was stabbed.
Really? Like that white sweater or whatever she was wearing?
Yes, the white sweater has all the stab cuts in it. Her boyfriend that was taped up in the chair outside with the duct tape, Steve.
Oh yeah.
The chair and the letter jacket he was wearing was there.
What? How did I miss this?
Yeah, you missed all of this. Billy Loomis's shirt, his outfit was there. Dewey's cop shirt that he wore in the first one with all the stab marks on it in the back. Tatum's outfit from Scream when she was killed in the garage is there. Ooh. What else? What else did I notice? There was the stab movie slate from Scream 3. The Greek mask that Derek, Sidney's boyfriend in Scream 2, the mask that he was wearing when he was up on the cross.
Yeah.
They had that. What else? The Woodsboro High flag is there. Mrs. Loomis, her white pantsuit that she wore in the final act of Scream 2 was there.
What the hell?
There was a gun. I think I saw a telephone that had the cord. I'm not sure where that was from. There was it was a handgun. Maybe it was Billy's, the handgun from the first one, or it could have been from any of the Screams. And then I saved this one for last.
Okay.
Jill Roberts' outfit that she wore in the final act.
Really?
And Scream 4 was there. What? All of these things are there in the shrine. So this Ghostface has some incredible fucking resources, or this may not even be tied to the killer. Maybe it's just some
nut.
No, but they did say it was a shrine, so
right.
Yeah, all this stuff is there. Yeah, all this stuff is there.
That is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Yeah. So obviously it's stuff that's not just from the OG, it's from essentially all
it looks like all of the killers are represented. Scream 3.
It looks like they're going
a lot
down
of stab stuff.
Right, and it looks like they were going down that elevator that we got the picture of Gail in, right?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Looked like they were all coming off of the elevator.
So where could they be going? The fact
maybe Gail finds the shrine and then gets everybody together and say, "Hey, you got to see this shit."
Yeah,
and brings everybody back.
Because initially, when we saw the image of the core 4 and Gail and Kirby and Dermot Mulroney looking at this, we initially kind of assumed it was like evidence from an FBI FBI evidence locker or FBI evidence room or something like that. But when Gail said it's a shrine, that doesn't lead credence to that. So,
and over on the far right side, there's like a case, and you could see one ghost face mask. So I don't know if they keep the ghost face mask up in the cases. I don't know. But a lot
In-
of stuff there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's someone's YouTube background. They just got all this shit. They're running a
Could
YouTube
be.
channel down there. Man, yeah, that kind of hurts my brain trying to think of
Maybe,
what
yeah,
that could
Scott,
lead
maybe
to.
it's Gale Shrine. That's a
Oh,
good theory.
yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so that's
Any
I can't
thoughts?
believe you didn't notice
I
that.
didn't notice any of that shit, dude. I saw the people, or the robes with the mannequin heads or whatever you want to call it. I saw the curtain rising, and then I saw like a cut to some close up of something, and then it kept going. I didn't really pause at that part.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Bud's favorite beer, Miller High Life. Miller High Life.
Is it really?
Yep. Oh yeah, easy.
What?
Yeah, I love
I
Miller
mean,
High
I'm a
Life.
Milwaukee guy, but interesting. Okay. Let's see what people are saying in the chat about this shrine, because I'm fascinated by people's opinions here on this, especially this shrine. Real quick though, Ronnie says after Sam says darkness followed me, the next cut is to Terra. Ooh, a little possible clue or misdirection there. Scott says he has a feeling at least 3 ghost faces in this movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think there's more than 2 for sure.
And-
Maybe like a fan club of Ghostface, like a group of them.
Well, the real question then would be, what if there's 2? And I've mentioned this, and I think other people have mentioned this too, because I'm, not the first person to think of things usually. But what if it's 2, and then there's another one that's kind of rogue, and working by himself or something like that, and maybe that's the person with the weathered mask, and the other 2 are just wearing regular masks. Who knows?
Maybe there's one for each Ghostface that ever exists. Maybe it seemed like there's a larger cast in this one.
Yeah,
Definitely
there were a few people I didn't recognize too. I know we got. I think we got a cut of
the Cult of Ghostface. I like it, Shane. The Cult of
Yep.
Ghostface.
Scott says he kind of wonders if Scream 6 is going to end on a cliffhanger like Halloween Kills. I actually do think that's what's going to happen. I think it. I'm hoping it's kind of
Cult of Fat.
What? I assume that's one of the brothers.
It is one of the brothers.
But yeah,
Cult of Deloise.
an ending like Halloween Kills would be interesting, because they killed off a relatively major character right at the end of Halloween Kills. What if maybe they could kill off Gale here, or one of the Meeks twins or something like that. Would be interesting.
I think they're both toast, man. I believe it.
Do you?
I don't even recall really seeing the brother.
He wasn't. What the hell's his name?
Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Chad's 100% toast, just because we heard that he was the heart of the movie. From some reports.
Well, maybe they flip it and he's the only one that lives.
Maybe that would be flipping it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Where do we want to go next?
Let's see. All right, let's pull up. So after that scene, we get the Gale scene where Gale takes a call. And one thing I want to post a picture of here is...
Sure looks like Gale is toast.
Yeah, it does. One thing I really liked, I'm pulling up a picture right now of Gale on the phone, and in the background you see Ghostface silently grabbing someone. And I assume it's
while talking on the phone, so there's definitely maybe 2 of these, at least 2 of them.
Could be, and we obviously have no idea who this was. It could be a booty call. It could be, it could be anything. Could be anyone. I assume it's a male friend of hers that she is seeing now that Dewey's out of the picture, or maybe she was cheating on Dewey all along. Maybe that's the reveal.
Maybe.
But yeah, I thought that was a cool scene. The way Ghostface kind of just silently grabbed him right behind her. But the real kicker of this scene for me, besides him jumping through the door and all that shit was the dialogue that Ghostface said. And we have no idea how it's cut, but he says, and I quote, "There's never been one like me. I'm something." And then he pauses and says, "Different." Or he or she pauses, I should say, and says, "Different." That is interesting. We don't know if that's just trailer speak, because, we heard... That's the second movie in a row now in the trailer we've heard "different," Last movie it was Dewey saying, what was it, like, something feels different this time or something. So it's like, they're using that
even
again.
though it wasn't.
Even though it was the most basic back to formula, safe Scream movie. And that was smart. I'm not saying that wasn't smart. But this one definitely does feel different. I just wonder what he means by that, or if it's just tough guy talk, or what's going on there.
Blake says, "Is Ghostface killing Chandler being behind Gale's back?" Maybe.
Oh man, that cracks me up. Blake says, "Only devil worshippers are in the chat without liking the video."
Well, Jake Blaster's in the chat, so yeah.
So yes, he is a devil worshiper, I heard. Just kidding, buddy. But yeah, what do you think of that dialogue? Do you think it's just trailer talk, just tough guy talk, or do you think it means something? Because it almost seems like...
I think it does mean something.
Yeah.
In this case, I think it does mean something. I think there may not... You remember most Screams are movie... Like the first two or like three were kind of movie related. Well, like it sounds like this one might not be because of the stab movies for sure, but like this, I don't know. Really don't know.
Yeah, me either. But it's an interesting scene, for sure. And it's probably the longest scene they showed in the trailer, for good reason, because it involves Gale and her being in danger, and things like that. So we'll see if they spoiled Gale's murder or if it was just kind of a cool scene they wanted to use as misdirect. I'm going to pull up another picture, and it's a group of the younger kids right now that we got. I think actually this was just before the Gale scene. But there's two people here I don't recognize. Is one of them the Jack Champion guy?
He has like the long
curly curly hair. And then there's another guy.
I think that's Sam's boyfriend.
Sam's boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah, that's Sam's boyfriend. Yeah.
That guy's pretty buff. Kind of reminds me of Blake. So I wonder if they wouldn't go with Sam's boyfriend again, would they?
I don't know. It's possible.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't see them going Sam's boyfriend route again. But maybe they're anticipating people like me saying that, and they're gonna, reverse psychology us here. But the next scene I wanted to talk real quick about is a scene. I'm pulling up the picture right now, and there is a projector playing something. And in right above the projector, around the projector, is looks like paint the way it's dripping, but it's paint in the shape of Ghostface, and through Ghostface's mouth is a projector playing. And then
a little bit later in the trailer, I'm just about the projector, when Sam is like pointing the gun, blood running down her face. I think whatever that projector is playing is on the screen to the side.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, and we know Sam's involved because it looked like Sam and Tara were sitting like back to back, and maybe they were being forced to watch something. So maybe they were kind of caught or something. But yeah, obviously it's a trailer, and obviously there could be a lot of things that they're trying to do that can, I keep saying the word misdirection, but that's what these trailers do. But it really cool scene nonetheless. Blake and Ronnie are telling everyone to spread the word and get me to 3K subs. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Yes, I am less than 100 away from 3K subs. And I will tell you guys this, anyone watching, when I do get there, there's something very special planned, and it's not the usual thing that everyone else does. I have ideas, and it's a pretty unique idea. So stay tuned for that. And while we're talking about subs, Bud, you have your own channel. Your channel's growing. So do you want to throw a link to your channel in the chat for everyone? Make sure you guys go sub to Bud's channel if you haven't. It's the Shape of Horror podcast. He's got a lot of good Scream videos. He's got more planned. A lot of good Halloween videos. Him, myself, and Jake Blaster do a right now bi-weekly podcast called Fancy Talk, where we basically do a different top 10 list. Sometimes it's horror movies, sometimes it's regular movies. We got a music one coming up, all kinds of shit. So make sure you guys give Bud a sub. He deserves it. He just came up with all that shit that was in the shrine that I apparently am blind. So make sure you go sub to his channel if he ever is able to find his link. There it is. All right.
Yeah,
Enough
he's gonna
sucking
live
our-
stream
enough
Top
sucking our
Gun.
dicks.
When you get 3,000 subs, you're gonna live stream Top Gun Maverick. That's it.
That's not it. That is not it. Next scene I wanted to pop up here. Final picture I have here, and it has Mindy in what looks like a couple New York apartment buildings, and it looks like someone.
No, I think that's it. Oh, where she's walking on
She's
like,
walking.
on the
Yeah,
ladder,
she's walking across
going
like
between
looks
buildings.
Like, yeah, between windows. So and someone's holding it. It looks like
That's probably when she bites it. She's gonna fall to her death or something.
Dude, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Especially like we don't know how high that is. I assume it's high. It's New York, so you got all these buildings that are essentially right on top of each other. It could be a very tense scene. I assume her friend that is holding the ladder in the background while Mindy's halfway there or whatever is going to get killed by Ghostface and something.
Well, I think that might be it. That could be at the school, at the university, because it kind of looks like a little bit like a school dorm.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I forgot about the college here. There's so much going on here that so many thoughts I had.
I'm wondering how much of this actually takes place at the college, though.
Part of me hopes a lot because I like that atmosphere, but a part of me would rather have them play into the other parts of New York more. So, so yeah, we'll see. Did we see what's her face in the trailer at all? Did I miss it? Samara Weaving?
Yeah, she was in there
Was she?
briefly. Like if you look at the poster, which is terrible, by the way, I just want to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the poster. Let's bring the poster up
The
right
new
now.
poster is awful.
Yeah, I don't like
it's
it.
Awful.
I don't like it. When I first saw it from a distance, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I was like, oh, I don't know. It almost looks like they're.
If you
they
over on the
on?
right side, that's her. Yeah.
Okay, that's her.
Yeah, it's
And
just
who's the redhead?
just,
Who's the redhead below her?
She had a brief shot in the trailer, like
Yeah,
she was
I thought so.
like in bed or something,
That's right.
and
That's
was
right.
awakened.
Right,
yeah, like
that's right. Shane says, for a floating heads poster, I've seen worse. That's true. I have seen worse. I'm not a big fan of this style of poster
yeah.
either. It kind of started in the. Maybe I might be wrong on this, but I think it kind of started in the mid to late 90s where they just started putting, the cast, or at least the heavy
Oh,
hitters
that was a
of the
total
cast.
90s thing.
Yeah, on the poster, and they're just kind of floating there. It's kind of played out, and it's just kind of dated. And I know they might be going for nostalgia because Scream started in the mid to late 90s, but it doesn't.
And then down there
really
on the left, between the look underneath Mindy, you see the two guys. Look, there's another chick below them that I don't recall seeing in the trailer at all. I don't know who that is. Yeah, on the poster. Look, she's in the green.
Oh, in the green. Yeah. You're right.
Green sweater.
And then
I
the
don't
guy
know who
right
that
above
is.
her to the left with the facial hair. I don't know. Who
He
that
he
is.
was in the he was in.
Yeah.
I think he was on the train with them.
Yeah,
maybe.
That
I don't know.
You could be right on that.
Yeah.
While we're continuing to talk here, guys, in the chat, give us any theories you guys might have on this trailer you saw today. Is there anything that kind of popped up and made you guys think might help Bud and I with some future video ideas as well? What's so funny?
Yeah, Jake with a very good question.
Doesn't that happen every Scream movie, Blaster?
Shane's like, why does Hollywood put every character in the movie on posters? Well, I think in this case they're gonna the killer is in this poster. They're gonna do that bullshit again.
God, I hope
But of
not.
course, Ghostface is on there.
Yep, yep. I hope not. Like
I see the Empire State Building in the background there, so there's some more New York.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like you said earlier, I hope that we get some more scenes of that feel New Yorky, for lack of a better term, because yeah, a bodega, yes, is that's a New York thing, but a bodega could be anywhere when you're inside there. A college
True.
can be anywhere, So I don't know. We'll see. All right, what are we missing here in the trailer? Obviously, the trailer ended. Before we got to the subway scene, there was Sam. Another scene with Sam, as you mentioned, a lot of Sam. She was kind of holding a gun, all bloody, and says, "Kind of, you want me, so let's finish this." I wrote down, typical scene you'd see in a trailer. The question is she talking to Ghostface, or is she talking to victims?
She's talking to her twin sister.
Blake says, "What's the deal with Ghostface?" Seinfeld reference, I think. Andy Smith says they're trying to make Ghostface like Michael and Jason. They are leaning a little with especially with the dialogue, on something different. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be supernatural, but
there are rumblings that the body count and the gore might be on par with Halloween Kills for this one. So
that would be insane. We've never had probably the bloodiest Scream movie might have been Scream 4. I mean, obviously the end of the original Scream.
I don't know, the first one was pretty fucking gory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess you're right with the Casey Becker scene, and then the end with Billy.
Yeah, where you could see the steam coming off of her warm innards.
Yeah, that's good. You're right. I hope we get some brutal kills in this movie, because if they're building Ghostface up to be something different, to be something more than usual, they need to prove it, at least to me. So yeah, I mean, do you have any early theories that you've thought of while we're going through this?
I don't know if I can talk about it without bringing that thing up that I told you about.
Save it for
that
your
that I can't prove because I didn't save the fucking photo.
Save that for your own channel.
Okay.
Yeah, save that for your own channel. Let's go to the chat. Let's see what people are talking about here. Give us any theories, guys. Jake Blaster gave us a great one. Someone might beat up Ghostface and take his mask. Maybe Corey Cunningham will appear in this movie. James Morant says, go ahead.
I have one.
Go ahead.
So they make a big deal in this trailer that this is about Samantha, right?
Yep.
Maybe that's the throw. Maybe they're throwing us off, and she's wrong, and this has absolutely nothing to do with her.
It was never about you, Sam. Maybe we could have seen like.
It was never about you. Yeah.
So then
I don't know, man. It just feels like this is gonna have we're gonna have more than two standard killers this time.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. But whoever it is going to have good resources, to get all this stuff. So I don't know. One of them is it allegedly an FBI agent? FBI agent might be able to come by that stuff.
Maybe
I put out a video.
Kirby's got a boyfriend, and he's been planning this, and he's using.
I put out a video way last year where I said it could be Kirby. That would be a nice twist if it was Kirby.
It would be. I think people would be furious.
I think it's either going to be Kirby or the cop will be part of it. Dermot Mulroney. That I'm calling my shot there. One of those two will be Ghostface, or one of the Ghostface.
Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned, and I know Blake and Ronnie mentioned this too, Jack Champion, right?
Yeah.
I personally don't know who he is, but I know he was in one of the Spider-Man movies, recent Spider-Man.
He was in
movies,
the Avatar.
Was he in Avatar? Okay.
Yeah. Avatar, The Way of the Water.
Okay. So I mean, he's a name, apparently. Samara Weaving, from what I understand, I think she might be like a college professor or something like that. That's another name. Obviously, she has a tie to.
And there's one character they didn't show. What was his name? Henry's. I don't know how to say
Henry
his last.
Winkler.
No, Sarn. He was in Mission Impossible. He's like Kittredge, the dickhead. He's in this. He was also in Ready or Not. He was like the
Okay.
dad of
Okay.
the Zarni. Zarni? I don't know how to say it.
Okay.
Henry Zarni. He's in the movie, but I didn't see him in the trailer at all. So that might be something to watch.
Shane, it can't be Tom Cruise because Tom Cruise is like 3 feet tall, so that'd be worse than Mrs. Loomis, and as far as believability goes.
Well, they only showed her feet when she was killing Randy.
All right, elephant in the room from God, I'm gonna butcher this. IK Lout Kid says Stu is definitely behind this. Watch. Obviously, Stu has been talked about ad nauseum by everybody.
No, we have to. Someone brought up in my chat. I can't remember who it was about Kirby. Remember that me and you talked about it? About
that was Adam Howard. That was Adam Howard.
Adam Howard, yeah, he brought it up in the comments about how now if Stu's going to be the killer, then it's for Kirby to be back is equally as ridiculous now, because remember when Jill was in the hospital and Dewey was there when she wakes up and he's like, it's touch and go, but Sydney's going to make it. He didn't say shit about her best friend Kirby. So
yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point.
He said about Sid, but nothing about Kirby. Very interesting.
That is interesting.
It's kind of a little ridiculous that Kirby survived. No,
I think
I'm on board.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous that she survived, but it's not going to ruin anything for me because I like Kirby and I like the actress, but it is definitely a fair point. As far as Stu goes, look, I get why everybody wants Stu back. I absolutely get it. Fan favorite. For me, what doesn't make sense for me, and I'm probably not right on this because, eventually, they're going to give the fans what they want if everybody whines long enough. But for me, it's not the TV. Okay, that's absurd in its own right for me. But it's the fact that he was never mentioned again, and the fact that people think he's going to be a mastermind. I said in a video earlier, Stu is a fucking moron. He cannot be a mastermind. He couldn't hold his own dick if Billy didn't tell him to. I get all the theories, and I've heard it all. The reason he wasn't mentioned is because his parents are rich and they paid these people off and got him in witness protection, etc. For me, I don't want to see it, and it might not ruin the movie for me, but it would ruin rewatches of other movies when they're trying to debate who the suspects are and Stu's never mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want Stu back, bud?
No, that wouldn't be something different, would it?
No,
I wouldn't think so. So no, it's not Stu.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I understand he's a popular character. Matthew Lillard and his shtick in the late '90s, early 2000s he was a fan favorite in anything he was in, whether it was 13
Maybe
Ghosts,
Stifler's
whatever.
the killer.
Dude, I'd take that.
That would be something different if it's Stifler from American Pie's the killer.
Maybe it's Stifler's mom.
Principal Hembry back too. Yeah, I mean, maybe he survived. Just pulled him down off the goalpost and it was okay.
Dude, They played up the Henry Winkler stuff, his anger a little bit when he was talking to those kids. I like that.
You, desensitized little shitstick you
Yeah,
are.
you're both expelled. What?
Jake Blaster is the killer in Scream. This is why he's been so flaky lately. Ooh, he's been filming reshoot.
Oh man, Shane going right at Blaster. I think Blaster should make a video coming right back at Shane.
Scream 7, The Return of the Fawns.
That's awesome. Yeah. iCloud Kid says, a lot of years went by. You can definitely plan that. I could plan it because I'm a smart guy. Bud, you could plan it. You're a smart guy. iCloud Kid, you could plan it because you're a smart person. But Stu, I just don't think Stu is smart enough to plan it. That's just me, though. Anyone that wants Stu back, that is fine. I love having the debate. I love talking about shit like this. So if you want Stu back, hey, good for you. I don't. And that's good for me. That's fine. You know, that's why these movies that's why these movies are great, because it's fun to debate shit like this. All right, what else we got? What have we not mentioned so far in this trailer? The subway scene, you know, we already saw that, right, in the teaser. I think it was essentially almost beat for beat. I think there was a little more actually in the teaser.
Someone was dressed as Pinhead. I saw.
I did. There's Pinhead.
Was it in the? Mm-hmm. Not even if that's the fact. Craven wanted Kirby. And these people that's making it doing what Wes wanted. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna say
Wes didn't do
a very good job of leaving ambiguity. Unless, you know, when Dewey was talking to Jill, they hadn't discovered her in the backyard there. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, look, the bottom line is it's a horror movie and they can do whatever the fuck they want. Michael Myers obviously is not Ghostface. But Michael Myers had his head cut off and came back 4 years later. You know, they can write whatever the hell they want. But
does it bother you that they're calling him Ghostface? Did they ever think they did it in 5?
So obviously it started with what's her face saying, "Please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel," right?
Right, with Kirby, right?
Not Kirby. Tatum. Right?
Tatum, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Right in the garage, right?
Right. But now they're all referring to the killer as Ghostface.
So I'm just trying to think back. In the second one, I don't remember him being referred to as Ghostface. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, which you are a fan of, and I am not. You're a fan of it, right? Maybe not fan,
yes.
But you think, yeah, okay. I can't stand it. I can't stand the third one. I don't think he's meant. Maybe. No, I don't think he is.
Well, he's definitely Kirby Ghostface, the Ghostface app. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said.
Okay.
Forget it.
Ronnie wants to know best looking chicks in the Scream franchise.
Marnie the Carney.
Who's that?
I don't remember which one it is. Hottest chicks in the Scream.
I like Hayden, but I didn't think she was hot, and I didn't like her haircut in Scream 4.
Who's hotter than Jenny McCarthy?
A lot of people.
What?
In the year 2000, man, she's past her prime.
No.
Yeah, it was after Singled Out. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Scream 2.
Shane says Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, I mean, I won't argue with that.
What was that? She's in Scream 4. She was the one that...
the one that was killed in the Ghostface was in the closet.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. I can't remember her name. Yeah, but she's
her.
Yeah, she's definitely up there. All right, let's see what else we got going on in the chat.
Debbie Salt can get
Aunt Becky. Is it Becky?
Yeah, it's Aunt Becky.
Oh man, I'm laughing at Blake right now.
Jenna Ortega is built like Encyclopedia Brown. That might be too showing your age there, Ronnie.
Encyclopedia Brown.
Do you remember Encyclopedia Brown?
No.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, I know what an encyclopedia is.
Encyclopedia Brown was a little kid who solved mysteries around the neighborhood for 25 cents. So if someone stole your slapjacks or something, the fucking Encyclopedia Brown would be on the case and find that shit for you. It was a book, so it was like a choose your own adventure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's see. What else do we have in the
You're
trailer?
down to like 2 viewers now.
Well, because we're talking about Encyclopedia Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anything else that you can think of offhand that jumped out in the trailer? And then I want to circle back to the shrine again and talk about that.
Shane Emerson, have there been any children in the Scream franchise? Well, the twins, um,
Children?
they're Martha's children.
Yeah.
Um, Samantha, Billy Loomis's child. Yeah. Right. You wanted to go back to the shrine.
Man, Adam Howard with a good ass question here first, and then we'll talk about the shrine. He said, "Would you rather have cops with clown noises, a la Halloween 5, or cops who get stabbed in the head and crack a joke about Bruce Willis?" Yeah, that
It
seems.
looks like we have a real cop this time.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, not dude from the OC and Anthony Anderson.
30-year-old Meek twins. Yeah, they do both look a little older.
Yeah, they were not 17. Chet, especially
And Sydney
Chet.
does have kids now. Yeah, Sydney has children.
Oh. Let's before we get to the shrine, do you think Sydney appears at the end of this movie? Like, what if this movie ended with Ghostface essentially winning, or we get like a Halloween Kills ending where he kills, let's just say he kills one of the main characters, and then he calls Sydney. You see Nev Campbell pick up, answer, say hello, and then cut to black. Would you like that? Something like that?
Maybe. I mean, I would like it, but I don't think it's going to happen now.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either. Do you think this Ghostface will have this Ghostface that's claiming he's different or whatever? Do you think I keep saying he or she will have ties back to, any of the original characters or anything like that? Or is it just
That's a
some
good
random
question.
nut guy, like obviously with the shrine, they could be setting up someone's just been obsessed from the beginning, Maybe it's they've already done the director of a stab movie, right, in Scream 3.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
Roman Bridger, director.
Who apparently ended up being Sydney's half brother. Lame.
Yeah.
But what could they do here? You mentioned the FBI person before. That is a possibility. So if it was, let's say it was Dermot Mulroney. Let's say it was his character.
Mm-hmm.
He somehow got access to all this shit. He's been collecting it for years. I would assume if he did, he's a New York cop. He would have to have some kind of connection somehow. Whether he's Sydney's dad's brother or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's a father of a victim from one of the previous movies. Maybe.
Does Randy have a dad?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think the math works there.
It doesn't, and they've already leaned into that Randy connection with the twins. So
yeah.
So that's out. Maybe. What about this? What about Cotton Weary connection?
Dude, that would be good.
Cotton, spent a year
Cotton
or whatever in
fucking
prison.
Weary.
He spent a year in prison because Sydney falsely identified him, and then he is freed. He gets a little taste of his 100% Cotton success, and then he's brutally murdered by Roman. Maybe there's some connection to but the math wouldn't work out because Dermot Mulroney is probably only a few years older than Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, I think I'm sticking with Kirby.
You think Kirby?
I'm sticking with Kirby.
You think she's Ghostface, or one of the Ghostfaces, or you think she has a connection, or she's pulling the strings, or what?
I think she's pulling the strings. Yeah.
Oh, man, I can't see it. Maybe that's why it would work.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of her in Scream 4. So she obviously, we know that she had all this horror movie knowledge.
Well, she was the cool girl that knew all the horror movies. I mean, that was really it.
That's true.
But now she's gone, apparently gone, and she's like she comes off as like law enforcement. I thought in just her little blink and you'll miss it cameo there, but
In Scream 5, you're talking?
I don't know. Scream 6.
Blinking
In her little blurb in the trailer,
Oh.
they didn't really show much of her.
Yeah, right. You're right. They did not. Maybe she doesn't have a big role in the movie, you know?
Maybe not. Like maybe she shows up somewhere midway through,
Yeah.
just enough time to establish and then reveal herself.
Didn't you mention
I
something early on, like way when this was first announced, that they were heading to New York about Gail Show being out there and all the victims getting
Yeah,
together, something like
that's
that.
like what some people were thinking, like having
Yeah.
all of the survivors like a reason to have them all there, but it was just fuck, they're just going to college there.
I know that kind of throws that theory out there. Adam Howard
Even
says
though
Scream.
Kirby is barely 5 feet tall, well,
Yeah,
platform shoes.
true. Mrs. Loomis was pretty thin too, and let's not forget what's her face, Amber, who apparently towered over Dewey.
Who says Kirby has to be Ghostface? Maybe she's just pulling the strings and has put together all of these Ghostface assassins.
That's true. That's true. I just can't see the turn though. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, like you said, it
Maybe
is
that's
interesting.
maybe that's what's so good about this one is it's just hard to see where they're going.
Well, let's think about last year before the movie. Obviously, when the movie started, within the first 10 minutes, I called that Jack Quaid was the killer, and then when I saw Amber twice, I figured she was probably the killer. But what were we thinking before Scream 5 as far as killers? I'm trying to remember. Were we just as baffled? Obviously there are two characters. The killers were two characters we'd never met, and this was kind of like a requel. Is that what they call it?
I'm sure there was people saying, "Oh, it's fucking Stu." I'm sure.
Oh, there was.
Um,
There was. Well, I'll tell you one thing we didn't see. We didn't see, like, at least I didn't see it coming that one of the characters would be Billy Loomis's daughter, and she'd have visions of Billy Loomis.
yeah, that's really still dumb. But yeah,
Dude, I know people like that. I couldn't
I mean,
stand it.
I guess there's an outside chance it could be Sam herself. What's some other with a partner?
Yeah, and we know that she had some type of, for lack of a better term, mental illness, where she was taking these pills about, what she was going through and
She's
the visions.
psychotic like her dad. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we obviously saw that they really hammed home her stabbing and Billy being proud of her at the end of the last movie, which I hated, by the way. But
You think this? Yeah, Shane. He likes seeing Skeet in the visions.
yep,
Do you think that Skeet will be back?
I would say that's a good question. That is a very good question. I'd say no.
Did Billy go to heaven? Of course he did. He shoplifted the pootie and went to heaven.
I don't see Billy coming back. I think Skeet did his thing. It was cool for the fans, but I don't think it's necessary anymore. And maybe
It would be
Sam's.
confusing that Kirby would be Ghostface after Charlie stabbing her. I think she'd be much against it being a Ghostface and what they stand for. Well, I mean, it depends. What if you look at it as like
She went crazy.
the only way I can end this Ghostface bullshit is if I kill every survivor?
Yeah,
I don't,
something. I mean, they could do anything, but I'm just,
yeah.
I'm just keep coming back to the shrine, and
There's always some bullshit reason to become Ghostface.
that is true. Well, but like you said earlier, though, the other reasons, a lot of them, besides the first one, a lot of them were like kind of movie related, stab related, right? or like pop like so obviously we had revenge for Billy's mom, and then we had blaming the movies, right, and revenge again in
Right,
Scream 2.
Shane. Bingo, Shane. We've never seen a survivor become Ghostface. I'm something different. That's all I'm saying.
I'm something different. I'm someone that survived.
And now I'm Ghostface.
Okay. um, that is interesting. That doesn't mean I like it, but it is piqued my curiosity a little bit.
Yeah.
Huh. And then being in the FBI, she has some resources, obviously. But how the fuck would they go and some of the stuff that you mentioned in this shrine, which obviously I'm going to watch again. But
Yeah.
how do you explain? How are they going to explain that somebody went and got the TV that fell on Stu's head and allegedly killed him? How do they explain that? Maybe Blake's right. Maybe it's ISIS. Maybe they're back.
I mean, shit.
Adam Howard says
It's 2023, man.
yeah. Adam Howard says
I mean,
he
how
prefers they cast
how did
Charlie
that
Sheen.
dumbass from Halloween get Michael's mask? I mean, the Scream people are just like, fuck it, let's get everything in the evidence, all of it.
True. I mean, they essentially, raped every.
Like how would anyone other than a cop who's seen the I can't say that word, investigative files, and know that that guy, the Greek mask that Derek from Scream 2 was wearing? How would you even know that? Unless you saw the files or something.
Right. Right. Or they could have someone, break in somewhere. I don't know. Shane thinks this Ghostface was injured on January 6, 2021.
Possible.
Where were you that day, by the way, bud?
I was at work.
Dude,
it's funny where I live. The lady that ran for mayor here.
Yeah.
She lost, like in 2020. She got arrested and charged for being at January 6th here where I live.
Jesus.
She owns like a flower shop here. Yeah.
Jesus.
She went to jail for January 6th.
And somehow now we're talking about January
Disgruntled
6th.
Jets fan. That's possible. It's been a long time. Maybe it's Joe Namath.
Yeah.
Will there be a scene where Ghostface gets strapped to the hood of someone's car? Maybe. March right down.
Yeah, Jake Blaster is not a Halloween Ends fan, is he?
What do you think Scream 7 is going to be called? Like Scream No More?
Somebody mentioned like the legacy of Ghostface or something. That could be paraphrasing, but something like that. That could be cool. iCloud Kid says, look at Stu in the background in Scream 2. He's been plotting. He is in the background of the college scene. Matthew Lillard is, but that's not Stu. That's the actor.
Yeah. Ghostface is going to be thrown into a meat grinder, maybe.
So let me ask you this, iCloud Kid. Why would... Obviously, it might be hard to type out, but give me one reason why you want Stu back. Like a coherent reason why you would want Stu back. And I'm not picking on you. I'm just curious because for me it doesn't work. Tell me why it would work for you besides the fact that, it would be cool. I'm just curious. I like to try to hear people's reasoning because, sometimes I can be turned, sometimes I'm wrong. So yeah. Ronnie says stab memorabilia. That's what is in the shrine. Oh shit!
No,
dude.
it's not stab memorabilia. If you look at it, well, I guess. But they would have to have.
So it might not be the real shit. You could still call it a shrine, but he had access to it from the stab sets.
Well, then it's Roman Bridger, director. Again,
director. That's a good point. It would make it...
No, I would say it's not because they have stab stuff. Like they have the slate from... did I mention the slate from Stab?
Yeah, you mentioned something about stab.
The slate. There was some other stab stuff on the right too. Like I don't know. I think it has to do with the people that were Ghostface. That's what I think it has to do with. I think this is the real McCoys. I think it's the real stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is. I mean, I just I'm very curious, and luckily we have less than 2 months till we actually find out. Let me ask you
Yeah,
this: did this trailer make you more excited for the movie, less excited, the same? Did it do its job and get you pumped?
yes,
Me too.
it did. The shrine, when I paused it on the shrine and I looked, I was like, "Oh, whoa, this is something different."
Yeah, yeah. Any predictions on characters that? I mean, obviously these are still early predictions because we got to let the trailer digest a little bit. But
Hmm.
anyone you think is gonna bite the dust for sure?
Oh yeah, I think what's her name? Mindy. I think
You
she's
think she's
done.
toast? Yeah.
Toast. I think Gail's toast too.
I hope so. I hope that
I
so. I hope they kill
that
off
might be
more
the
than
one thing that could bring Sydney back. Like Sydney's
right.
the last.
Right. Maybe it'd be a financial reason to kill Gale too because they don't want to pay Courtney Cox and Nev, so they can just give all that salary to Nev for Scream 7, talk her into it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But at this
Yeah,
point,
if they wanted her to come back for the end of this.
Ortega's price is gonna get into that stratosphere here too soon, so it might be a moot point.
Maybe.
But yeah, all right, bud. We're gonna go, guys, another 10 minutes. So if you guys have any questions in the chat or anything interesting, feel free to put it in there. Make sure you guys sub to Bud's channel, the Shape of Horror podcast, and if you feel like giving me a sub,
I'm
that's
just gonna
cool
take
too.
this whole episode and post it on my channel as my trailer reaction video.
Do it, and you should just like crop me out, like you're just
Right?
just crop me out and get rid of my audio, so you're just talking.
Yeah, just so like I'm talking to myself. Yeah.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Is that possible? It probably is possible. It'd take forever though.
I love Matthew Lillard.
His character.
Okay, so he's iCloud kid just
Yeah, and that's
loves
fair.
the Stu character and wants to see him back.
And
Yeah.
there's that is completely
It's
fair.
all the plan.
Yeah, that is completely.
Maybe it's
fair.
Sharon Stone is the killer.
There's no Sharon Stone. How was that so go? Your mom's no Sharon Stone.
No Sharon Stone. Yeah.
Yeah. She was flaunting her
Let's
shit
face
around
it, Sid, your mother's no Sharon Stone.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I haven't seen the OG Scream in a few years, actually.
You gotta watch it in 4K.
Oh, yeah, I know. I gotta get on that shit, man. Shane says he'll pay Jenna's salary. What about my salary, Shane? Huh? I get it. I'm no Jenna though. Jeremy Channel says my texting is horrible with my new phone. Yeah, trust me, dude. I've been there. No worries at all with any typos. We've all got new phones and fucked up all the time until our fingers get used to it. So all good. Let's see what else we got in the chat here that I've missed.
Yeah, I'm looking at that shot where Gail's about to get stabbed, man. I don't see how the
How she's getting out of that?
Yeah.
I mean, how's she gotten out of anything?
Yeah, I'm looking at the shot of Sam holding the gun, and there is definitely a home video or something playing on that from that projector. What else?
Home video.
There's one here. I don't know if that looks like Tara, maybe.
Is that where she's being like holding something?
Like she's holding her hand up to somebody.
Yeah, or like she's falling and like
Like
right?
maybe
I
she's
thought that was
trying to
Tara
get
too.
Mindy to take her hand. And...
It's probably that ladder scene with Mindy, right? Like somewhere.
Yeah,
somewhere
it
in
seems
there.
like it could be. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else?
Interesting. Yeah.
Lots of shots from the bodega. Okay, I'm looking at one at Kirby where they have the background blurred. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like a police station maybe she's in.
Kirby. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
probably taking over Dermot Mulroney's case or some shit.
yeah.
Or they're
Can I just say,
bringing an expert.
Kirby's leather jacket is really stupid.
If she's an FBI agent and she's working, why the fuck is she wearing a
Oh, I'm
leather
looking at a
jacket?
picture where she has a badge on her and a gun on her fucking hip.
And she's plain clothes? FBI
And she
agent?
has her leather jacket on. She has a black shirt, black belt, black jeans, and a gun and a badge on her fucking hip. I'm gonna send this to you, Nick.
Yeah, send it to me. Because if she's an FBI agent, she should be dressed like Dana Scully and Fox Mulder. Come on.
So she is definitely law enforcement.
Okay.
Well,
Which
it
is
should
cool.
be.
Which is cool. Like, I like that. She survived a horrible experience.
And then there's the one with Mindy. It looks like she's discovering someone dead in a bathtub. There's
Really?
like blood all over the place. Yeah.
Where are you finding these?
Twitter.
Okay.
I'll send this one to you too.
Yeah, interesting. I'm intrigued. How about in the chat? Did this trailer make you guys more excited for the movie? Less excited? Are you pumped for March 10th? Are you seeing it in the theater? I think you can only see it in the theater, right? I didn't hear any announcement on that. I can't remember last year if I saw it in the theater, but I can't remember if
There's one of Ghostface throwing up a knife in the air and trying to catch it. Doing that thing where he throws it up in the air and catches it.
like as a production photo, like a marketing
Like he's holding
image?
it. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna send all this shit to
Yeah,
you.
just send all that shit to me. Do my job for me.
So
Jeez.
yeah, it's confirmed. Kirby is law enforcement. And that looks like an FBI badge.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, at least some of the rumors that confirms, some of the rumors we've been hearing are true.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if the Chad rumor is true about him being the heart of
And
the
then
movie.
there's that guy with the long hair and the beard talking on the phone to somebody, maybe Ghostface.
Interesting, or maybe a victim.
And Samara Weaving talking on the phone.
Really interesting.
There's a lot of shit you missed, Nick.
Apparently, I'm gonna be going through it. I'm gonna be planning a lot more videos once I let this digest a little bit. I'm probably gonna have something come out tomorrow because I'm working from home and it sounds more fun than working. So, unless my boss is watching right now, then A, stop watching, and B, I'm working tomorrow. But yeah, nothing really else
Adam
for
Howard,
me to add.
Gail does get stabbed or shot in every movie. That is true.
that is true. She looks dead. Still does.
Yeah.
That's a great line. I mean, obviously, they're gonna do something with Courtney Cox. She's gonna get injured. They're not gonna give her a big emotional scene because she can't fucking emote anymore. But I like that they gave her this prolonged scene that it looks like, especially her being the only. This term's used so much now, but being the only legacy character left in this movie, or at least that I can think of. I don't know if I consider Kirby a legacy character. Would you?
Well, there aren't many left. So
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
I mean, there shouldn't even be. The fact that the three of them lasted 4 movies is a little.
Yep, she's an
ridiculous.
FBI. That's an FBI badge for sure.
Is it?
So there you go.
Okay.
Kirby's an FBI agent.
Okay, Bud, what do you got planned on your channel here as we wrap up here for the night? Any Scream vids on the way?
Yeah, I'm just gonna play it by ear. If I find something new, I'll throw it out there, and I'm really gonna try to drill down a good killer and a motive. Yeah, a theory. That's what I'm gonna try to do. So, but yeah, I'll be doing some Scream stuff and hopefully some Crystal Lake stuff.
Yeah, that's exciting too.
I'm waiting for some of the Exorcist, David Gordon Green's Exorcist.
Yep.
Hopefully we should start seeing some stuff with that, and yeah. So, and then of course Fancy Talk.
Yes, Fancy Talk. Anyone that is a movie fan, is a fan of top 10 lists, music, whatever.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a music one
a
soon
music
too.
one coming out in 3 weeks. Next week on it's my channel, right? Yeah, next week on my channel. Next week Tuesday, we are doing top 10 alien movies. That's any movie that has an alien in it, which is a lot more than you think. So we're gonna have a top 10 of that. Gonna continue talking Scream. Bud and I are this probably won't be our last Scream live stream between now and March 10th.
No.
I would assume we'll have a couple more either on my channel or Bud's channel, most likely both. That's about it for me. You got anything to add, Bud?
No, I'm gonna go watch this trailer more. I've only seen it maybe 5 times.
Yeah, that's about how many times I've seen it too.
Yeah.
Do want to thank everyone in the chat for showing up. This has been a lot of fun. You guys had a lot of good thoughts. Comment after this video is posted. Comment below if you have any theories you think of that you might want us to do a future video on, or at least have us talk on our next live stream. We're gonna try to pump out as much as we can. That's what she said. Yeah, Bud, thanks for coming on tonight, man.
Thanks for having me. So it was a nice discussion.
Yes. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.